Hello, this is Glozell, and I am with
Bob Shook.
Bob Shook. Now, you have a proposal that you sent to Barack Obama?
That is correct.
Okay, now why didn't you send it to McCain? Go Republicans.
Well, actually, I am a conservative, but I think Obama would be more prone to go with this idea.
Okay, so what is this idea that you have that's supposed to be revolutionary for our transportation system?
Before I give you the idea, let me tell you what it's going to do. Okay. You want to? Okay.
Oh, deal or no deal? Oh, no thank you. No thank you.
Okay. What it will do is basically eliminate 95% of the automobile traffic, maybe
Okay.
more.
I don't know if Jay Leno is going to appreciate. You don't want to have to use your car?
No, the people that love cars can still buy cars.
Oh, okay.
But you will not have to have a car to make a living or to go on vacation or anything.
Okay. So how do we get around?
Okay. The way we do it is we take a shell and put it over the roads.
A shell.
And it can be very light. You know, you use aluminum, you use steel, and then very light material, enough to hold the rails, which will be underneath. The rails will come underneath.
So it's like some kind of subway kind of thing that's on top.
It's suspended, but we're going to use is magnetic levitation under here.
And the car and everybody else is down here driving if they wanted to.
If they wish, although very few people will be driving for this reason. Say right now in LA, many people spend 2 hours commuting to their work and then 2 hours to go back. And it's a nightmare 2 hours because it just...
So where would this be? This would be over your city, a city, or?
Virtually all roads.
All roads, all
Because
cities.
Here's the idea of this. We like our cars because we can go to...
Right.
We can get in the car, we can go to work, park it, come home. So we have the vehicle there. But with the traffic and with the fact that 30% of, we're importing 30% of petroleum to support these monsters.
Okay, so this is going to be a solar powered type of shell. And you don't think it's going to be hot, the metal? Or?
No, because you're collecting the sun up here, and you will have openings for trees and light, so you can let some
Okay,
light
so
in
you
there.
can see some, but you won't be able to look up and see the sky.
Not from the road, no.
So you won't. But what? No birds or?
Well, there's trees all over the place.
Oh, okay,
There's parks. I mean,
so
all
they can
we're
go
talking-
through the holes.
How many birds do you see on the roads now?
Well, none right. Okay. Okay.
Anyways, I mean, the trees will be fine, but we're not killing them with fumes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because we're running it on electricity, and because it's maglev, there's nothing physical touching. That means that this could conceivably last thousands of years.
Okay.
All we have to do is build it so that it has earthquake protection and protection for movement and everything, and still hold together and not cause problems as these little, I call them pods, are moving through at 300 miles an hour.
Well, how did you even come up with this idea, and how long did it take you, and did you really send it to Barack Obama?
I sent a letter today to
Oh,
Barack
really?
Obama.
Today?
I sent
Okay.
a special delivery so it'd make sure to get it. Although,
Okay.
yeah, the chances, I don't know what the chances are, but hey.
Well, it's a start. I mean, I'm
It's a
sure.
start.
I don't think anybody else has thought of it. I don't know. I haven't heard of it, but
Well, it's my idea because I'm a friggin' genius.
yes, you are. You're a genius. He's a genius, everyone.
Modestly speaking.
Modestly speaking. Okay, so, but how much is it going to cost for everybody to get on? It's going to be like hundreds of dollars you pay by the month, or what?
Nada, nothing.
It's going to cost you nothing.
Because if you want to get people out of the cars, one inducement is the fact that a two-hour commute now becomes maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Oh.
So if that's not enough,
So you would just walk out of your house. You'll
walk or get your bicycle to the closest.
to the pod.
Well,
thing.
see, you'll have it'll come down off of the, so you have this, there'll be openings, they'll come down here. And what they'll do, they'll sit here and wait. They'll be up above the ground so the vandals can't get a hold of it.
Okay.
So basically, and then when you come up and you've already told it what you want, it'll come down and you put your fingerprint on it so that it knows who it is. And
You're talking about this is futuristic fingerprints, and so you're not even dealing with IDs. That'll be your ID.
Yeah, because we want to be able to do it. If it's what you're doing normally every day, you just leave that in memory, so it takes you to work,
Oh.
takes you back. But if you're going to the movie or something, even if the movie is the same place, then you just say movie, bang, and it takes you to the movie. Otherwise, you program where you want to go.
Okay, so I'll get rid of so many gas stations and.
Yes.
Like, don't you think those people are gonna be upset? Like, that's a lot of money making with the.
Well, yes, they will be upset. But if we don't do it, we will turn into the worst third world debtor nation imaginable, and the United States does not need to be a third world debtor nation.
Okay.
We're too important to the planet. We really are. This is the hope of the planet is with the United States.
So you coming up with a way to help save the planet because you feel like with all the gas and the fumes and the pollution and the this and the that this is a surefire way to stop having so many accidents, car accidents, or drunk driving and this and that.
I'm not can't say that there won't be. I mean, any machine can break, but this will have to be. The computer will have to be super good, and there will be computers on the pods too to make sure if there's a mistake that they can be isolated. And if there's a problem, the whole thing will be isolated. So that section will be isolated, so we can send out the repair and get it done, and still have the thing operating.
Okay, so this is something for all of the United States.
Yes.
Not just one city or.
Yes, the entire United States.
Okay, now what would happen? Is there a downtime, or is there certain hours?
No, it works all the time.
At night they just.
But at night there will be a little bit of transition. We will all small freight will be handled on this. Mail and stuff like that will be carried. There'll be different type of containers.
So you won't need the train system as much either.
Not as much, but you will need it for big things. So the petroleum that we do have will be used for the trains. Although the trains, I think, should be switched to electricity.
Okay.
They're already diesel electric. There should be lines up there running. But let's say it stays the same. We want to make that available. Matter of fact, trains use more petroleum than any other.
Okay.
So
are you an inventor? Like, what is your background where you can come up with something as original as this?
I'm a futurist.
You're a futurist.
A futurist is someone who lives in the future in my mind, and I've lived in the future most of my life.
Gotcha.
So I also am a great science fiction reader, so I know that what's going on. And there's things like the movie, the Tom Cruise movie, Minority Report.
Minority Report, okay.
There was something similar to it, but these are hanging on the side of the building and everything else.
Okay.
But this is something that's actually realistic. It can use the technology that we have. I don't want to hang on the side of a building with one of these, I tell you.
Okay. All right.
So
realistic, how long do you think it would take to get this done? Like, if say Obama's like, yes.
If Obama's talking
about years and years,
he's talking about a Manhattan project. Okay, if we take this as a real Manhattan project, I think we could have the engineering done within less than a year.
For
we can have We'll start construction on major roads so that at least you can ride it within 2 years. Within 5 years, it would be complete across the nation. Then we can start selling it to the rest of the world and get back some of the money we've been spending on petroleum.
Okay.
So we want to cover the whole planet with it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for that original plan. Wow.
China would be a great customer, and we owe them a lot of money.
Who?
China.
China.
All that junk we bought from them.
Okay. Well, they got us back with the lead, I think. But okay.
But
so it's like Minority Report. And of course, I can't help but mention, because you're talking about such futuristic stuff, and you also mentioned that you lived in the future, which is, I just want to say that he is a proud, very smart Scientologist, and that's where he's going when he's thinking future and different lives. If you heard that and you're like, huh, what? If you understand how that goes, which I'm learning. I don't know everything, but check him out on YouTube. Okay. So, anything else about your project before we're over now?
That's it. I mean, it's there. Let's see if there's anything else that I could. Oh, one thing that's occurred. We spend so much of our resources on automobiles. Think what would happen if we didn't have to spend money on the cars, on the maintenance, on the insurance, on the taxes and everything. We could actually maybe raise families. One person might be able to make a living, and maybe wives could actually make life worth living.
Wow.
I mean, and not that wives, if they want to work, go work. But what if you really wanted a wife and a family? And all the traditional things that no one has now.
Right.
Maybe
And-
this will make it possible.
And your project